Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This one is going to be a long reading vlog. I am starting the Shatter Me series, which is a very well-loved, very well-known series. I think it's been out for a while, and I think there's like 9 or 10 books. It's a pretty long series, so I will, I think, be doing spoilers in this video just because it's been out for so long. I'm pretty sure these came out when I was in like middle school, or at least the first books did. So, I mean, it's been 10 or 15 years, so I think I'm gonna be doing spoilers. If I don't, I'll put that in there so y'all can watch. If you haven't read the books, you can watch without like seeing any spoilers, but I'm really excited. All of the covers are absolutely beautiful. They all have some sort of eye on them, and I only have the first 2 books right now, so I will have to get the other 3 for the first 5 books I'm reading in this video. But for those who don't know, I guess I should say what the series is about. So it's about a girl named Juliet who has a lethal touch. Anyone who touches her dies, and I think there's some sort of like government takeover, like the government is taking over the world or their city, and they want to use her as a weapon because obviously if no one can like kill her because they get killed from touching her, like she'd be this amazing weapon they could use, but she doesn't want to be used. And so I'm guessing she tries to like get out of that situation or something, but I'm excited to start reading this. The text is pretty big in this book, so hopefully I'm able to like fly through it. It's also only like 330 pages, which I feel like for a fantasy book, that's pretty small. So hopefully I like it. I think it is YA, which is another reason why I'm worried I won't enjoy it. I just don't know the last YA book that I've read. I'm sure I have, but I can't think of one. So hopefully I like it. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I'm gonna stop talking and start reading, and I will talk to y'all with the first update here in a little bit. It's time for the first update of the series, guys. I am on page 185, which is chapter 28. I'm literally already a little bit more than halfway through. I don't know which way I'm holding that, but I don't know what I think about this yet. It definitely is, it's YA in the sense of like there's no spice yet, like really at all. There is a lot of killing. Like there is so much killing going on, and some of them are in some really gruesome ways. But it was really slow at first. It was basically Juliet in her like cell in her like insane asylum that she was at. I don't know if it was actually an insane asylum, but that's just the way she described it. And she had been alone for like 245 days, hadn't spoken, was like deprived of everything. One day they came in and was like, you have a new roommate. Like, for good behavior, we're giving you a roommate or whatever. And it was this guy that apparently she knew from school, and she didn't know if he remembered her, but she remembered him. And their relationship was like a little rocky while he was like staying with her in her cell. But it turns out, I don't want to spoil anything yet, even though this is literally like in the first 100 pages of the first book. I'm just gonna say it. If you guys just really don't want to know like at all, maybe skip the next like 30 seconds. But I mean, this literally happened in the first 100 pages of the first book of the series. But basically, the guy that was sent into her cell to like be with her, this prisoner, he turned out to be one of the guards actually. And so she was feeling really like betrayed, I guess. But now they are at she was taken out of there and taken to like the castle. It's not a castle, but it's like the headquarters of the like sector that the government, I don't know how to explain it, the reestablishments, whatever. And if I know what I think I'm talking about from watching my other favorite booktubers talk about this series, I think we've already met the love interest. But I don't understand how he's going to turn into the love interest, because the stuff that he's done so far in this book and the stuff that he has said and just the way he's acted, I'm like, how does he go from being the bad guy and doing horrible things to being the good guy? Because I'm like 99% sure this is going to be the love interest. So I'm confused. But that's pretty much where we're at right now. I don't want to go into like too much detail about what's happening in the exact chapter I'm in, because this could be a turning point for the book. But yeah, I feel like we've pretty much ended the world building, getting to know the main characters and stuff. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm enjoying it. Not like amazing, but not horrible. I definitely am not connecting to it like I did with Throne of Glass or ACOTAR or some other fantasy books even, but overall it's really good. And I love the name Juliet. I literally love that name so much. So that's where I'm at right now. I will probably, I don't want to give updates too much in this video, or else I feel like this video could be an hour long, which y'all might like, but I'll probably talk to y'all again once I'm either close to the end of the book or once I finish it. I finished Shatter Me and I wanted to give y'all my thoughts on it. So I have a lot of mixed reviews on what I think of this book. The beginning was a little bit slow for me. I did not really enjoy the first half of this book. I will say the second half did pick up, specifically the last like quarter of the book. I was really into it. I think I read the last like maybe 100 pages within like a few hours, just because I needed to know what was going to happen. I think that the relationship between Juliet and Adam just developed a little too quick for me. I thought it was a little cringy, the way that they were saying like, I've always loved you, I've always wanted to be with you. But then when they talk about their past, they had never like actually met or talked. So I'm just like, okay, but you fell in love with her even though you had like never spoken to her before. It was just a little bit cringy to me. But then again, the books are, I think, considered YA, so I don't want to be too judgmental. This isn't supposed to be some like, I don't know. I totally get why it's like that, because this is a book that I would have read in middle school. I'm honestly surprised I didn't read this series, but yeah, the last quarter was really, really good, honestly. I put this in my review on Goodreads, but when they got to the Omega point, it was giving me the same vibes as the 100 TV show. I don't remember what the, like, center under the mountain was called. Oh, it was literally called Under the Mountain, wasn't it? In the 100. It was giving me those types of vibes, because they said it was hidden from, you know, like society, like it would be really hard for people to find them, and it was just like lots of hallways, and it was giving me those vibes. So I think I'm gonna give this a 3.75. I think that's what I'm gonna stick to. It wasn't bad at all, it wasn't amazing, but I think the books do get better. Now, speaking of the next books, I was looking up what is the next one, and it says that technically it's Destroy Me, which is the first novella, and it's in Warner's point of view, which I really want to read. And I was like, well, I don't have that. I have the second like real book, like the thick one, which is Unite Me. I have that one. Or no, Unravel Me, sorry. I have that one on my shelf. So I was looking up, like, can I skip Destroy Me? And I think technically you can, but I don't want to. I want to read it. And then after finding out and deciding that I was going to read it, I realized that like you can't buy the physical copy of that book. I'm so confused right now. I need to do some more research. I don't know if you can buy the physical copies of all the novellas. Can you? Well, obviously by the time I post this, I'll know, but I don't know. It said on the Kindle it's only $2.99, so that's probably what I'll end up doing. I'm just like, I don't understand. I can't buy the novellas. They're not like paperbacks. I thought people had the full like series on their shelves. So I don't know. I'm so confused right now. I'm going to do some more research, but either way, I'm going to read Destroy Me, and then I have Unravel Me, and then I'll have to like get the rest of the series. But yeah, that was my rating on this, 3.75. I will talk to y'all once I figure out where the heck I'm going to get the first novella. Listen guys, it's been like 2 days since I've talked to y'all, and a lot has gone on. So the last time I talked to y'all, I was talking about how Destroy Me was technically the next book in the series, but I didn't know where to read it besides on my Kindle, and I just was so confused on like if there was a physical copy of it. Well, I ended up finding a copy online, and I did figure out about halfway through reading. Okay, let me backtrack. I found out that Destroy Me, it's kind of like Throne of Glass. Destroy Me and Unite Me were in one book. So it was like two short novellas into one book, but the book was called Unite Me, I'm pretty sure. And so I looked up online, listen, before you come at me, I looked up online if there were any free versions of Destroy Me, and there was. Full book, easy to read PDF, and I read the whole thing in about 5 hours. I did. I am still going to support the author of the Shatter Me series because I will eventually get the physical copy, okay? I feel bad that I did opt in for a free copy online, but I will support them because I will eventually have the full series. I'll probably buy Unite Me when I get to that novella. I just needed to read the book like right then and there, and it was either read it for free right there or pay $3 on Kindle. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do the free one. I am. So I read it in about 5 hours, and it was in Warner's point of view, and I loved it. I ate it up. I literally read it. I think I started the book at like 5 p.m. and I finished at like midnight. So that one made me realize just how, I don't know, I guess like lonely kind of Warner was, and why he is the way he is. We learned about his relationship with his dad and why he is like so obsessed with Juliet. It still doesn't fully make sense to me why he's like that obsessed with Juliet, and it was a little cringy to me. Same thing with Adam Kent, the guy, the love interest in the first one. I don't understand why these guys are like so over the top, utterly obsessed with Juliet. Like, it's a little cringy to me. Like, you hardly know this woman, and it's, I don't know, it's a little weird to me. But I did read that whole book in about 5 hours, so we're technically 2 books down. I have started Unravel Me. I started it this morning. I'm only on page 14, which is chapter 3. That's as far as I got. Right now it started with Juliet in Omega Point, which still is just giving me the 100 vibes when they're under the mountain in that facility. It's all I can think about when I'm reading it. But apparently she's not happy now where she is, which makes no sense to me because she was like relieved, I'm pretty sure, when she was there at the end of the book, because she's like, we're gonna fight for freedom, and like she felt safe with Adam, and now all of a sudden she's like, I don't want any part of it. I'm like, girl, what is going on here? So that's where I'm at right now. This is a chunky book. It is like 500 pages or almost. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. I'm obsessed with like the eyes and all the covers. Like this one, it's like frostbitten. Like there's snow covering the eyelashes. I'm also wondering whose eye is this? I just thought about that. There's an eye on every cover. I don't know if it's the same eye. I think they're all like bright blue eyes. Is this Juliet's? Oh, I just got food on the back of this from setting up my coffee table. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this eye. I don't even know what the Shatter Me eye was. Was it just like a normal eye? I don't know, but that's where I am. So I don't know how long it'll take me to read this. I'll probably update y'all a little bit more on this book because it's longer, but again, this video can't be an hour long. It just can't. So that's where I'm at. I will talk to y'all once I get further, way further into the book. I know my hair looks absolutely insane, so sorry about that, but I'm on page 190, which is chapter 28. I'm like maybe a third of the way through, and I just read a really interesting part. So like y'all obviously know, I read Destroy Me before this book, which was the novella. It was the first novella, which was between Shatter Me and this one. And I just read a part in this book to where I was like, that scene is really familiar. Like, I've definitely seen this play out before. So I went back and literally re-looked up Destroy Me online and tried to find the same scene. And sure enough, it was the last few paragraphs in that novella. And it was the same scene. So we got Warner's point of view of this scene in Destroy Me, and then we got Juliet's point of view in this book. And it was really, really interesting to see both point of views, because I remember when I read this scene in Destroy Me, I was so confused. I was like, what does that even mean? Like, how does that even happen? But now we know what happened, because obviously, like, we read her side, and I don't know. It was really cool. I don't think we're gonna get any more like crossovers, because I didn't even know that these like crossed over in timelines, but they did, I guess, just a little bit. But I don't think we're gonna get any more, because like I said, that scene was like the last paragraph in Destroy Me. So I think we're done with crossovers, or like, you know, them happening at the same time. But that was really cool. I am hating on Juliet a little bit. She's really annoying to me right now. The way that she's acting, she's so stubborn. I was gonna say for no reason. I totally get it though. Like, she's had a really, really hard life, and she has like trust issues and stuff, but she's like destroying the Omega Point, and she's not grateful for anything that they're doing for her. And I'm gonna laugh so hard if something sketchy is going on with the Omega Point, because she did have a good point. She was like, you're telling me that just because they say they're the good guys, I'm supposed to believe them? I was like, that hit hard because that's so true. Like, just because they say they're the good guys and they're trying to help you, you're supposed to believe them. So I guess we'll see in the next book or in this book or something if the Omega Point is like actually trying to like help everyone. But she's just being stubborn and like not acting grateful and like destroying stuff that they've worked so hard for, and she's really just like giving me the ick right now. But overall, I'm still enjoying the book. I feel like I am kind of in a little bit of a slump, which I don't know, it's so hard to explain because I like want to read the book. I'll pick it up and I'll be reading it and I'm enjoying it, and then after each chapter I just immediately pick up my phone because I don't want to even like start the next chapter. So I kind of have to like force myself to start each chapter, and I don't know, I'm just like, I don't know, I feel like I'm in like a really small reading slump, which is okay because in like the 2+ years that I've been like consistently reading now, I don't think I've ever been in like a real slump before. So it's okay. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to read this book, honestly. I'm trying to read it as fast as I can, but who knows. So I will talk to you guys once I get a little bit further, and yeah. So I ended up finishing Unravel Me finally, and I feel like I have a lot to say about this book, but also not a lot at all. So I liked how we got to see a lot more of Warner and Juliet. They had a lot more, I don't know, connection in this book, and there were obviously some scenes where you start to get kind of that like love interest aspect where you're like, maybe they like each other. The war was absolutely insane, seeing Anderson try to kill Juliet, and that was, my heart was beating so fast when they were in the house on like in that little village that's been wherever Anderson was staking out for the war. I liked how we got to see kind of like an overlap in point of view from the novella before this and then this book. Like we got to see Warner's point of view in the novella and then Juliet's point of view, but from like the same scene, so that was really cool. Overall, I think I'm giving it a 3.75 stars. It wasn't anything just amazing. I was very into it, but with longer books like this, like how many pages was this? It was like almost 500 pages. Well, it was like 460 pages. It felt a little slow for me in the middle, but towards the end it did pick up a little bit for me. So 3.75 stars. I'd still recommend it. It was a good book. It was good for the story. I can already tell that I'm falling in love with Warner. That's just how it goes, you know, like you have the bad boy in all the fantasy books that ends up being the good guy, and I can just like tell that I'm falling in love with him. Adam drives me a little bit crazy, so I'm honestly glad that him and Juliet are not working out because I want her to get with Warner so bad. But yeah, 3.75, would highly recommend. I mean, if you're reading the series, you have to read this, but I'm excited to get on to the next book. I don't have the next book right now, so I'm gonna have to put this reading vlog on hold for a minute while I order the next book. But once I do, I will talk to you guys again. Okay guys, that is going to be the end of the Shatter Me reading vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Funny story really quick. I am filming currently right now while I'm talking. It is mid-November. I am pre-filming a lot of my videos for Vlogmas, but all of the clips that you just saw were actually filmed like 3 or 4 months ago. I was originally going to make 2 videos of me splitting the Shatter Me series in half and reading like, I don't even remember how many books are in this series now, but I'd read like 5 in one video and then like the rest in another video. And I clearly only got through the first 3 books in this video. I ran out of the books. Like I had one of them I read online, and then 2 I had the physical copy, but I didn't have the 4th one, and I wasn't enjoying the series enough to go get the 4th one like right then and there. So I was like, you know what, I'll just like get it in a few months and then I'll finish this video. Well, I never got the next book. I don't even know what the 4th one is called, but I never got it. And I just was not in like the biggest mood to go pick it back up. Like the Shatter Me series is good so far. I am enjoying it and I want to know how the story finishes. I'm gonna finish the series eventually, guys. but I'm just not like in the mood for that right now. But I still read 3 books in this video, and I was like, that would be perfect for a vlogmas video. It gives me a little break from having to like film a whole new video, and I just really hope that you guys at least enjoyed watching me read the first 3 books. I think that the first 3, the series was supposed to originally just be a trilogy, or am I thinking of ACOTAR right now? I mean, I know ACOTAR was originally just 3 books, but I feel like Shatter Me also was maybe supposed to start out smaller, but then it got a lot bigger. I'm not sure, but I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments if you think that I should hurry up and keep reading this series, because I don't want to like forget everything that I read, and I still remember everything that was going on. But let me know down below if the series is worth it, if you think I should finish it, and then I will buy the rest of the books, and then I'll obviously make another video for that and film it, which would probably be up early next year. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this little jump back in time, 4 months, 3 or 4 months. But yeah, I love you guys. I hope that y'all are enjoying the vlogmas videos, and yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in 2 days with another video.